The walking on a tightrope scenario. Like I said before, your value can rot away or hatch and grow just the same as an egg would be. When walking on a tightrope, you are trying to find your reason in a short amount of time with your value of making a reasonable trade that benefits you, but you may not like the deal either. This deal that you may not like could keep you stable for the next deal that might arrive or improve your circumstance that you are currently in. Walking on the tightrope is an unfortunate situation that occurred that can make you feel worried or stressed about finding a good or reasonable deal when the time is against you. On the contrary, it's like trying to escape a problem that appeared that caused you to take action to find a solution that ensures a profit at the end of the deal. The two questions you need to ask yourself are this. The first question you want to ask yourself before making a deal is to realize, is this deal suitable for me? And the second question is to ask yourself, is this deal doable for me? When I say it's suitable when making a deal, it is to question this deal is appropriate and have the right reason behind it to pursue your common purpose or alternate your situation for a good outcome that you don't necessarily agree with, because the time is against you but still is beneficial. Now, the second question would be when I say if this deal can be doable, it is to question when making a deal without creating more risk or gambling when pursuing it, and whether can this deal, at the very least, keep you stable because you may be accepting failure. When walking a tightrope, it's best to stay calm for a clear-headed decision on balancing your reasoning for a deal rather than rushing to the finish line. Because rushing when you're walking on a tightrope can raise the chances of you making a mistake that can appear or cause you to slip up, especially when you have never experienced the circumstance or situation that you are dealing with. In other words, is to question this deal by asking yourself if this deal is suitable for me, by being beneficial, and if this deal is doable for me, which means can I pursue it in a realistic scope without taking a high risk of failure. To put it simply, of what I mean when I say a deal is suitable and doable is to know that this deal can benefit you in a reasonable manner. But before making any deal, you should perceive it, analyze it, and review it, because making a deal without any knowledge of it can be a mistake. You are taking a bigger risk when making a deal with no knowledge of it. If you couldn't obtain some knowledge about the deal, then it shouldn't be a deal to even consider. Every deal has an option that comes with knowledge, and if you don't feel it's the right idea to pursue it, then you got the option to decline or walk away from the deal. Even a fool knows what he has signed up for when walking on a tightrope, but sometimes a fool doesn't, and that made him who he is to begin with. Making a deal without any knowledge raises the chances of the deal becoming unbeneficial rather than being beneficial. At the end of the day, the joke would be on you for not knowing what you should know, especially when you had an opportunity to do so. Becoming a joke is the beginning of becoming a fool because of the trend the joke can carry. Don't become a joke, and don't be fooled by one either, because one joke can certainly lead you to becoming one. When walking into the negotiation room, you will be already seen as a clown in the circus because of the failure that you had represented in the past, and becoming an easy target to take advantage of your reputation. A deal meant is for business, and a joke is meant for a clown, which is foolish to deal with because reputation matters just as respect. Don't be a fool or foolish when you are making a deal, because you probably want to play dummy to catch a dummy or play sucker to catch a sucker. But I'm here to say don't do it when it comes down to making a deal, because you rise as the chances of you becoming a sucker and being known as a dummy or a joke, even a fool, which can be a sign of being careless when making a deal. Don't be lazy or careless when making any deal, and don't be fooled by pressure or glory as well. Try to be certain that this deal can benefit you. There are people that will try to take you out of your element of careful thinking, just to trick you, so be aware of that when negotiating a deal. Your goodwill will show the fool that you only have good intentions of succeeding, and your reputation will stand with that also. Bring your goodwill and leave with it if you think you had encountered a fool that can't get the job done, because unfinished business is only dealt with by a fool. Meaning a fool won't accomplish much, which can be foolish to deal with, because of all the problems that a fool can create by being attached to his failures and problems. Any wise man can see unfinished business as a problem, so it should be clear that you shouldn't make unfinished business your business, unless you are certain you can get it done. When you receive knowledge about a deal, just know you may feel as if you can trust the deal because of all the knowledge that you receive. But I'm here to say, if you consider using the word trust, just know the word trust should be considered like a check rather than a dollar. Why I say you should consider the word trust as like a check rather than a dollar is because one deed can only go so far while plenty of deeds can go a lot farther, and knowingly there got the potential for more to be accomplished. In this world we live and there are countless deals to attend to and already have been attended. There are a lot of deals that have already been made and countless others to look forward to or avoid. The truth of the matter is the truth of the moment when reality set in and an opportunity appears and comes into existence. The opportunity that had appeared was an opportunity of a deal, and the way how you deal with it comes with wisdom and your willingness on doing so. The two questions remain the same. Is this deal suitable for me, and is this deal doable for me? Just as reality and wisdom that we deal with in our everyday lives, if you have the willingness on doing so, our reality is suitable for humanity to live, and our wisdom makes it doable to keep on living. Furthermore, the way we deal with it is the way how we evolved just as our evolution came to be. After all, the way we deal with life sometimes holds the same principles as how we deal with fools, which is to ask yourself, is this suitable or doable for me to even deal with? You might not get everything you want when making a deal, but be sure you can get something that you need, because a deal should be more as a want rather than being unwanted. If the things that you are dealing with are unsuitable, undoable, or really unwanting to you, then you should discard the cards you were dealt with, meaning don't accept the deal, and be prepared for the next one. What is the main source of your wisdom to interact with reality is your willingness on doing so. You exchange your willingness with reality to obtain wisdom. Therefore, doing nothing there's no trade. Therefore, doing nothing there's no deal. Don't be a fool without a thought using wisdom. You will become more than a fool if you never try to listen. From the book Life Lesson from Epic by Meshach Ford, out now on Amazon.